Hello everyone, I am assembling my pepper GreenStalk today. So I needed to make some space for this to happen, and I moved my basket weave GreenStalk to the side over here together with this other leaf planter. They're living next to each other now, and I think it looks really nice. And I'll have the two green ones next to each other right here by the fence as well. So I already added some potting soil to these planters. I actually did a mixture this time of Pro Mix and Fox Farms potting soil, and I'm topping it off with this Coast of Maine tomato and veg potting soil as well. This looks really nice, almost looks like pure compost. So I decided to just top it off with that, and I'm sure it's going to add lots of good nutrients to this planter as well. And here are the peppers that mostly survived. Other ones that germinated and are doing good to be transplanted. So not everything that I planted made it through, but this is the selection that I have right now. So I have some Puma pepper in here. This one is the Corbaci pepper. I have some Scotch bonnet. This one is a Malagueta, it's a Brazilian one. And then I have some other Brazilian one called Pimenta de Cheiro, which is like fragrant pepper, translates to. And this one is lady's finger. Pepper is Brazilian also. And I might also add some of this purple heart tomato, since I don't have a lot of the other peppers. I might do some marigolds in between, and I also would love to add a couple basils just to mix it up a little bit and give some more extra space for the peppers, and also help with a little bit of pest control, having a little bit of variety on the planter. I always like to start planting from the bottom, so I kind of plan on doing the bigger peppers in here and the smaller on the top, so they don't shade each other. So these ones are looking pretty big. Those are leftovers from the ones that are supposed to be in the plot. So I have some jalapenos in here, and then this is some pimento pepper. I think I'm going to add some of those guys too. And I know these ones here are also going to be big. They are going to be in the bottom. I might do only a couple jalapenos here. But I want to alternate them with the Puma peppers, because I really like the way that the purple and the green look in the other planters. So I want to repeat kind of the same pattern here. These Puma peppers have this beautiful dark purple foliage. But I only have 3 of them, so I'll use them on the bottom since they will also get quite large. And on the top here, I'm adding some of the smaller peppers along with some marigold and some basil. And I fill up the rest of the planter with some leftover marigolds that I have too. I have the yellow and the orange variety. And after planting, I wanted to add a little bit more of the soil that I had to make sure these layers are all nice and full. All right, it's all done. I'm so excited. I'm going to quickly water all of them before putting it up. I like to always water before I assemble, because I put some dry potting soil in here. So I water it all in first, and then after assemble, I actually water again through the watering system. So I'll just water this before putting the gray discs, get them so it can help these roots get nice and established in there. Now I'm just going to assemble the watering discs and then put it all together. Just a reminder, if you haven't watched my videos before, when you're doing the watering discs, make sure that the holes are all facing the pockets. I'm going to put it on top of my old mover in here. I didn't buy a new one. This was from my previous GreenStalks that were here. So when assembling this planter or stacking them all together, it's important to actually make sure each layer clicks nicely to the bottom one. You hear click when you're doing this, so you'll know it's right. And after you stack the last layer, it's time to put up your water reservoir. All right, it's all set up and it's looking great. The lava looks very nice. Just going to quickly water through the water reservoir. So now we're just going to do a really quick harvest from this GreenStalk here and from that planter over there. I have some broccoli that's growing there that needs to be harvested. These guys over here, they're getting too tall, too big. And then I have some radishes in here that I gotta harvest as well. Okay, this is a sprouting broccoli. Looks really nice, and it's called tender stem, so it's supposed to have a thick and nice stem, and I love broccoli stems, so I'm very excited to eat this one. So I harvested the side stems of some of this broccoli the other day, and check this out, that's already lots of it growing again. I'm gonna give it a couple days for these ones and then I'll harvest again. But I'm super happy with this variety of broccoli. That purple one's been producing so much for us. I love it, and broccoli is one of my favorite brassicas, so I'm excited to keep harvesting them this year. Now we're going to move on here to this planter with the radishes. Some of these guys here are starting to bolt because we had very hot temperatures, so I've gotta harvest all of them. They're in a good size now. These purple ones are looking great. Ooh, this one got a little bit too big. That's all right. Don't have too much dirt in there. I got a couple here. Oh, there's a really big one in the back. Very nice. Another French breakfast over here. And I'll harvest everything because they all kind of started bolting with the heat. I have a second batch going on here. We'll see how those will do. Might be too hot for them already. Alright, let me rinse this off. Okay, and here's our little harvest for today. Not too bad. Lots of radishes, some broccoli, some kale. I'm happy with that. And you can plant radishes in the GreenStalk too, but they don't take a lot of space, so I did it on the little side planter. It looks really good. I can't wait to start harvesting stuff from this pepper one here. I also am curious to see how long this brassica GreenStalk will last, because the brassicas don't like the heat. They prefer to grow in cool conditions. So we'll see how much longer we can keep this up before I actually harvest all of them and plant some green beans for the warm season. Thank you so much for watching today. If you want to see when I actually planted and assembled this GreenStalk over here, I'm going to link a video right here so you can watch that next. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.